Hi everyone, welcome back to Cousin DIY. I'm Christine and I'm going to show you how to make a Swarovski beaded ornament. So what we're going to use today is we're going to use some 28 gauge wire. You want something that's going to be flexible but yet still have some weight to it to hold the weight of the beads in shape. We're then going to have some 8mm mini oval beads, 6mm round beads, and then 34mm bicone beads. And you can do any colors of your choice. I just kind of went for a winter theme. So what we're going to do is we're going to start and we're going to cut about 36 inches of our thin gauged wire. Next, we're going to just start beading a 4mm rondelle and then a 6mm round bead onto our wire. And you can do every other one. I kind of leave a little bit of a tail. And then with your other finger, just kind of hold those beads in place so they don't kind of slide down. So we're going to do about 6 of each. So I've got 3 and 3 right now. We have our base beaded on now. So we're just gonna make a little circle. And again, just kind of scoot your beads kind of up so you have a little bit of a tail. And we're going to then take our tail and loop it into our first bicone bead. And then go ahead and loop it into your second round bead and just kind of pull that tight. So we've made a little circle now, and that's going to be the base to our snowflake. And you can kind of guide it into place. All right, so now we're going to work on the snowflake arms. So with your longer piece, we're then going to slide on one of our 8mm oval beads. Just like that. And then I'm going to slide on a 4mm bicone. And then a 6mm round. Another 4mm bicone, and then another 6mm round. So now we've kind of got the start of our first arm to our snowflake. So then we're going to slide on another oval bead. And then at the top of our snowflake, we're going to put another last round bead. All right, so now that we have those on, now this is the kind of tricky part. Just kind of bend your wire a little bit, and then you're going to take the tail again and you're going to weave it back through the oval bead. And then just kind of pull that gently. And you'll kind of have to just play around with it to get the beads a little taut onto the wire. After you have that beaded or weaved back through the oval bead, you're going to do the same process. So we're going to put a round bead, and then a 4mm bicone, a round bead, a 4mm bicone, and then one last round bead. Actually, just kidding. All right, so now that we have the second portion of the snowflake arm, you're going to then take your tail and then weave it back through the bottom oval bead. And then again, just gently pull that through. All right, so now we have our first snowflake arm. Now what we're going to do is we're going to again take our tail and we're going to weave it through our blue round bead here. All right, so now we have our first arm nice and secured. So we're just going to then repeat the same steps. You'll start with your oval bead, and then another bicone, and you're going to keep repeating that first step until you get the amount of arms that you want. I've done 6 arms. You can do more than that. It just depends on how full you want your snowflake ornament to be. So now that we have our last arm on of our snowflake, we're going to just bead it through again, our little bicone here, to secure that. And then again through our round bead. All right, so now we have our snowflake done. We're just going to finish the wire and secure it and tie a ribbon, and we're done. So what I usually do, let's trim our little wire here a little bit, is I just take the wire, I go through the center of the snowflake here, and then just do that a few times. Just so it gets it nice and secure. And then trim off the excess. And you're just going to do the same with that first tail there. You're just going to feed it through the center of your snowflake. And you can trim the excess off there. And I usually just kind of shape mine a little bit. And you can finish it with some ribbon, whatever color you'd like. And I just go through the center of one of my snowflake arms and tie it in a knot. And it is ready to hang on your tree. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time at Cousin DIY.